Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I guess we're live. Welcome back to the latest, not greatest episode of the Jonny R Podcast. I see I have like maybe 3 episodes I haven't uploaded to SoundCloud yet. And I know I recorded one live on YouTube a couple weeks ago, but I went live with it and I forgot to save it. So that was pretty stupid, because I'm stupid. But I thought I'd come back on, try to get back into the swing of things, try to find out what I have left in the tank, because it feels like the comedy career is winding down. I'm 41 years old. These looks and this body is not going to last forever, so it feels like I'm on the final descent of my comedy career. But that's okay, that's expected, being that only 41 years, well, I guess that's pretty old, 41, because I was thinking about all the stuff that I don't know of anymore. I don't understand a lot of the things I see on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Some of the hashtags I don't understand. Some of the rappers, mostly rappers, I don't understand. I don't know any of them. So that makes me feel like I'm a what would that be? Dinosaur, fossil, if you will, in the comedy game, because all I know is what's around me, what I read, what I'm interested in. So I'm not gonna go out and try and find out what's cool just to be relevant, because I'm too lazy and I'd get bored easily. So that's why, because I'm pretty lazy. But I've just been working, and that's it. Work and home. Staying pretty close to home lately, Busy man with all these kids, all the responsibilities of being an adult, trying to make a living. Because lately the comedy offers aren't there like they usually have been around this time. Usually I have at least 2 to 3 shows booked for the winter, but I don't even have that anymore, Let me update my Facebook here. Going live on YouTube. 3, 2, 1. Not that, I'll get a flock of viewers or anything, but, these past few months have been pretty challenging. I had gigs over the summer, and for the most part they went pretty well, but it wasn't the same. Well, maybe 1, 2 were pretty good. Well, actually, yeah, I'll just say that. But maybe my time has come. The need for Jonny R comedy is no longer there, or people aren't buying, which is expected. I don't have the look. I'm not native enough for the native crowd. I'm not mainstream enough for the mainstream crowd. I'm just right in the middle. of your cheeks. Just kidding, that was disgusting. How dare I? So, yeah, that's nothing lined up, you know. Over the summer, I went to Pine Ridge. I went to Cass Lake. I went to Farmington, New Mexico, which was awesome. It was, I think, that's considered a headlining gig because I went on last and I performed for 49 minutes. So I'm putting that in my resume as headlining the comedy show at Northern Edge Casino. Here, my dogs training. That's what they do every evening. They train for battle to protect my yard. So that's what they're doing. But honestly, they're all males, they're all fixed, but yet one still tries to initiate intimacy with the other ones, and that's why they fight. And I don't know why they do that. I read somewhere that dogs do that because it's funny, because their minds aren't, I don't know, I was just going to ramble on about something I know nothing about. But yeah, I got like 3 episodes to upload to SoundCloud, and I got discouraged trying to start the podcast on iTunes, and I don't know how to get them on iTunes, so we'll figure that out soon. But as for everything else, you know, it's getting, I don't know, adulthood is tough around here. You know, you work a job, you come home to your kids, and it's getting kind of tough. You know, this is hard work what I do. This is hard work what I do. Hey, there's Tito. Bonjour, Tito. Tito Comedy. You catch Tito Ibarra at TitoComedy.com. I think his website is down, but you know, check him out on YouTube. There's 2 people watching. Good to see. I'd go on Facebook, but it's too distracting because everybody wants a shout out when I'm trying to talk. Tito says I just waved back even though you can't see it. I saw it. I saw it in my heart, Tito. I saw you wave back in my heart. I felt it. That's just how close we are. You know, Tito, man. You know, we started out in comedy pretty much together. You know, he was doing his clown dances, and I don't know if he was emceeing and powwowing, but he was well known throughout the powwow community, and I kind of admired that, you know, his control of the crowd as a clown dancer. And then we got invited to Native American Comedy Festival, and been doing it ever since. That was 2010, 7 years ago, and we're still going. Well, actually, mine's slowing down a little bit, but whatever. So, what was I saying? Oh, comedy. I was trying to put together a show for October 14th. About to start my book club satellite meeting. You the man, John. No, you are. Book club soon. Something to do, man. We'll do that. But yeah, I was trying to put together shows in Bemidji for the 14th. But they got back to me a little too late for that one. So then I tried to do one for the 30th. And the place I wanted to go wasn't available. And then I was trying to do one in Red Lake. But it's just too much of a... too much work for me to try and put together a show around here. Because, you know, like I said, I'm very busy. You know, I rarely have free time to get away from the home, you know, because I got all these kids here, foster kids, my own kids, and I worrying about my oldest daughter who goes to school down in the cities at the U. So constantly, I don't know. I suppose I'm I don't know what. Let me type in my address here too. YouTube. Oops. YouTube.com/94Warriors. We'll try that, see if that works. So yeah, it's just pretty much trying to put shit together, and it's a lot of work that, and I'd like to, but I don't really have time for to be the mogul that I want, and that's what makes me think it's time to, you know, take what's put in front of me, because I can't really get out there, and just too busy to be a mogul, we'll say that. But someday. And I got word that our Res Comedy documentary is ready, and the premiere will be December 22nd, I believe, but I don't have any more details than that. So it is out there, it's done, it's ready to be seen by the public. I haven't seen it yet. I'm kind of scared to see it, because that was 2 years ago. I don't remember what I was doing. I remember a couple of them nights I had a little too much fun, and I hope, so hopefully that doesn't show up. It was nothing too bad. It was typical hanging out with the bros and, bullshitting, all that stuff. So hopefully, better be, god damn it. I don't know what that means. See, that's just how old I am. I don't understand a lot of the lingo, the hashtags, the snatch chats. I don't have a snatch chat yet. I don't want one, because it's hard enough for me to be on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I do have my own website, but I've had it for like 4 years, and I've got one gig in it so far. One show out of 48 months of my website being up. One show. So, I don't know, maybe I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, I get most of my gigs through word of mouth type stuff. So, I'm not really, I really need to be a self-promoter, put all my stuff out there. Look at me, look what I can do, look how funny I am, look how cute I am. I don't do that. I can't do that, because Red Lake damaged me. If you grew up in Red Lake, you'd understand that. But look at that other Red Lakers on Facebook, they're all, I'm a little concerned about all the selfies my people are taking and putting online. Well, maybe if I was better looking and thinner and had better hair, and I took care of myself, I'd probably put up a shitload of selfies too. But 541, it's 641. My MacBook's lying to me. But I don't have nothing on my calendar. Nothing. Jonny R Comedy is feels like it's breathing its last couple breaths, and that's kind of eye-opening. So right now I'm just gonna focus on podcasting, even though this is a pretty generic way of doing it. I'm just recording myself on my MacBook right now, and that seems to be working. And well, not really, because I can only get on SoundCloud, and I can only have three episodes available at one time. So the 3 latest, which I haven't done I gotta upload my other 2 I did a couple live ones, and I didn't upload them onto the SoundCloud yet, or save them on Facebook and YouTube. So still learning, man. I'm 41 years old. I know I should be a master of this. I've been doing well, I started out in 2006 with a video production business I called 94 Warriors, and I just couldn't stay on top of it. I'm being a working father. It's doing what I want to do, trying to improve on this entertainment business. It doesn't leave a lot of time, having a family, it doesn't leave a lot of time to build what I'm trying to do here. But I've had fun, it's been a learning experience for me. But I get down on myself, because where I'm at right now, I should have been doing this. Well, I suppose there's no podcasting 15 years ago. No. Yeah, is that right? Yeah. 15 years ago, 2002 was their podcast. Well, I should have been out. I should have been doing comedy when I turned 18, which was 23 years ago. So, well, I actually I started comedy in 2009. My first time doing comedy live was 2009. Oh, excuse me, and I was 33 years old. But I should have started 15 years before that when I turned 18. So, but if I started comedy at the age of 18, I'd be 23 years in now, and I would probably not have a family. I would not have this beautiful surroundings that I have now. So I think I made the right choice. Raising a family was good for me, good to me. So I can't complain. But I have had a lot of fun doing this. I really have. I don't mind. I don't mind where I'm at in life. I actually adore it. It is stressful though, but that's part of being an adult. Stressed out, I got a lot of things going on. I got. I think it was 6 weeks ago. I hit my head on a truck hauling a refrigerator, and I've been having headaches ever since. So, and then they said that should last at least 6 weeks. So, hopefully, I'm almost done with my chronic headaches. But that's whatever. That's what it is. But right now, we got 6 kids in the home. I had them all since birth. Plus I got 2 of my own here. And I got one daughter in the city is going to college. I got my second oldest finishing up at high school and she lives at the other house we own. So I'm pretty busy. It's not an excuse, it's just the truth. Oh, fuck. What spilled on my MacBook. So I thought I'd just update where I'm at. Comedy-wise, nothing, but I do have the Res comedy documentary I did with the Res reporter Rob Fairbanks. It's coming out in December 22nd, I believe was the date. And I don't have any more information than that. Hopefully that's coming this week, later in the week. But work, it's work is I suppose a social worker, and that's been getting the best of me lately. You see the best and the worst of the Red Lake Nation, and it's taking its toll on me. And a lot of the times I feel like I take the blame for not being able to help as much as I should, because I'm constantly falling behind, and I just can't stay ahead. I can't. There's only so much you can do, but just that's part of the job. It's want to help the people. But I'm doing what I can. The program I work for is doing everything we can to get the families back together. Sometimes that's not going to work out the way we want it to. Even though we're trying our damnedest. Is that what it's called? Whatever it is. Doing what we can, That's all we can do. But growing up around here, it's kind of hard to understand it all. But what can you do, There's so much we can do. Cereal. You don't get it? No. But that's all I got, man. I'm just not, going through a lot. Busy. Can't control everything around me, though I wish I could. And listen to a lot of Joe Rogan on my travels for work. A lot of Joe Rogan, a lot of Mark Maron, and I think that's where I'm gonna go. That's where I'm gonna end up. That's what I want to do. Podcast, and I'm slow. I felt like I was getting a pretty good handle on it after about 5-6 times I did this, and then I just took a break because I didn't have time to set anything up, even though I was just opening up my MacBook and my phone. I don't know why I'm doing it live, but it's just something to do, I don't even need a microphone. I spent like $18 on a microphone, and I don't even need it because it sounds pretty good on this thing right here. I didn't know that. So I should just send them back. I think my babies tore them up anyway, so. But it's just home and work. That's all I do. I haven't gone anywhere since performed comedy, I think, since August when I was down in Farmington, New Mexico, where I worked with Mooney and who's the other one? Chisba and just those two. Yeah. Cody Dayish, the new up and coming movie director. I want to head back down that way because they have a lot of support down there. They're really supportive of their people. They believe in their people. Up here, it seemed like we make mistakes and we're never forgiven for the way we act sometimes, and it's kind of hard to establish ourselves around here. I haven't even been offered anything from Red Lake, and it's been a while, Well, then I thought, well, maybe I'm not that funny. And I think, shit, I rocked a sold-out show in Farmington, New Mexico, and did the same thing in Flagstaff, Arizona. Maybe I should move down to the Southwest. Maybe that's where I'm meant to be. But I don't know if my kids could handle the Southwest weather. I don't know. Maybe once we finalize the adoption process, that'll be an option. Hopefully I'm not too old, because right now I'm so out of shape and old. I'm barely moving. My feet and back hurt all the time, and shoulders, and all that hell raising when I was younger is catching up to me. So hopefully something comes up. It's kind of hard to look at Facebook now because a lot of unoriginal memes and people being mean. Just assholes. Just because they can. It's like getting bullying people, and it's kind of hard to read that every day. So that's why I'm on Twitter. At the Jonny R, JONNY R. I hear voices, and I'm way in the woods, but my dogs aren't barking. That's how we know people come in, because their dogs bark. I don't know if that's a res thing or what, but if people pull in or walk up the road, my dogs bark. And I heard voices and they didn't. Is that weird? It's going crazy. Crazy. Crazier, I should say. What was I saying now? I forgot. Go on Twitter. I read a lot of Twitter. Where I get most of my news, Twitter. Because, you know, all the fake stuff, you can just tell which websites aren't legit when they're trying to pass off their Vegas shooting conspiracies, that was one of the scariest things. You know, you don't know what people are experiencing, because I know there was quite a few Red Lakers down there when that was happening, and that was, you know, you just think how close to home that is, and you just worry about the people that were there and the victims and all that, and it was really hard to read. And then trying to sort through all the news and the fake websites and I'm not gonna say fake news like the president does, because there is a lot out there. You just gotta know which is fake and which is real. Well, I suppose it depends on your thinking too. Believe what you want. It's getting so dark. Can you see me? I might move over here. It's getting too dark. I better close it up here. But someday I'll figure out this podcasting. There's a artist grant type thing coming up on Tuesday, and I'm going to ask for money for podcasting equipment. So that's what I'm going to do, and we will master this, and I already have guests lined up to be on the podcast, so that's what we'll do, and hopefully we can do more of this soon. And that's all I got right now. Yeah, how do I do this? What do I finish? Yeah, boy, I sure want to stop streaming.